Good afternoon, guys. This afternoon, topic B is deep brain stimulation, or DBS, often referred to as brain pacemaker. Offers hope to individuals with Parkinson's disease, particularly when medication is no longer sufficient to manage mobility issues. Okay, we're going to get into that now. Researchers at Rel University, Brockham, and Phillips University, Marburg, have explored how stimulating specific brain regions can improve movement and enhance patients' quality of life. Traditionally, DBS involves implanting an electrical pulse emitter in areas like the subhemorrhagic mucosis, which is part of the basal ganglia system. However, recent studies suggest that stimulating the inferior colliculus, a brain region primarily associated with auditory processing, can also help overcome mobility restrictions. Okay. Next page. Slow down. Okay, this stimulation appears to activate the mansepte locomotor region, or MLR, which plays a crucial role in movement initiation. Unlike the basal ganglia, which is affected by Parkinson's disease, this inferior colliculus remains intact. Researchers found that stimulating this area can activate alternative motor pathways, potentially improving mobility in patients. This study used optogenetics, a technique that allows precise control of nerve cells activity using light sensitive proteins. This method enables researchers to activate or inhibit neurons with greater accuracy that traditionally electrical stimulation did not. The inferior colliculus is primarily known for its role in auditory processing, but recent research suggests it may also contribute to movement control. While traditionally considered a part part of the midbrain's auditory pathway. Studies indicate that stimulating the inferior calculus can activate the manceptic locomotor region, or MLR, which is crucial for initiating movement. Okay, guys, give me a second. Zip these up. Okay, let's see. This suggests that the inferior calculus may serve as an alternative motor pathway, particularly in cases where the basal ganglia, typically responsible for movement regulation, are impaired, such as in Parkinson's disease. Additionally, the inferior calculus engages sensory information beyond sound. Some studies propose that it plays a role in multisensory processing, combining auditory and tactile signals to enhance sensory experiences. This could explain why certain auditory stimuli influence reflective movement, such as turning toward a sudden sound. Recent studies have uncovered fascinating insights into the inferior calculus and its role in movement. Traditionally known for auditory processing, researchers have found that stimulating this midbrain structure can activate manception locomotors region, MLR, which is crucial for initiating movement. A groundbreaking study published in Scientific Reports in April 2025 demonstrated that optogenetic stimulation for the inferior calculus significantly improved mobility in experimental animal models. Optogenetics techniques, a technique that uses light sensitive proteins to precisely control neuron activity, allowed researchers to selectively activate neurons in the inferior calculus, bypassing the distorted basal ganglia circuit affected by Parkinson's disease. So what they did was they actually bypassed part of the brain to activate another. With deep brain stimulation, you can do that. It's a very remarkable system for people who have Parkinson's, who have tremors. With this machine, they can stop or they can slow down the tremors by electrical impulses. The machine itself is placed in the brain, and the unit that controls it is placed under the collar bone. For people with Parkinson's disease, it slows down their tremors and lets them use their body like normal functioning folks. Okay. Additionally, researchers has shown that the inferior calculus integrates locomotion related signals alongside auditory inputs in walking mice. Neural activity in the inferior calculus was strongly modulated by movement, even in the absence of sound stimuli. This suggests that the inferior calculus plays a broader role in sensory motor integration and previously thought. The implications for current treatment methods are significantly, particularly for Parkinson's disease and other movement disorders. Traditionally, deep brain stimulation, DBS, targets the subthalamic nucleus part of the basal ganglia system to suggest that stimulating the inferior calculus, a brain region primarily associated with auditory processing, can activate the manceptic locomotor region, MLR, which plays a crucial role in movement initiation. Implications for treatment. Alternative motor pathways. Since the inferior calculus remains intact in Parkinson's patients, stimulating it could bypass the distorted basal ganglia circuits, offering new therapeutic targets for DBS. Okay, optogenetics for precision. Researchers have used optogenetics, a technique that controls nerve cell activity with light. Sensitive proteins to activate neurons in the inferior calculus with greater accuracy than traditionally electrical stimulation. Okay. Sensitive protein to activate neurons in the inferior calculus, greater accuracy than traditional electrical stimulation. Improve mobility. Studies in experimental animals models show that stimulating the inferior calculus enhances movement, suggesting it could be a viable treatment for mobility impairments. Broader implications. And the broader applications beyond Parkinson's, this approach could be explored for other movement disorders such as dystoria or essential tremor, where traditional TBS may not be effective. Epigenetics is a cutting-edge technique that allows researchers to precisely control neuron activity using light-sensitive proteins in the context of Parkinson's disease. Treatment epigenetics is being explored as a way to stimulate alternative motor pathways, specifically in the inferior calculus, to improve movement. Okay, how it works. Genetic modification. Scientists introduce light-sensitive proteins such as channel hydropins into specific neurons in the inferior calculus. These proteins respond to light by activating or inhibiting neuron activity. Targeted light stimulation. Optical fibers implanted in the brain deliver precise pulses of light, targeting neurons in the inferior calculus to fire. Activation of synaptic locomotor region, MLR. The interior calculus connects to the MLR in a brain stem region responsible for initiating movement by stimulating the interior calculus. Researchers can indirectly activate the MLR bypassing the damaged basal ganglia circuits affected by Parkinson's disease. Improve mobility. Studies in experimental animals models show that epigenetic stimulation of the inferior calculus enhances movement, suggesting it could be a viable treatment for mobility impairments. Advances over traditional DBS. Greater precision. Epigenetics allows for myosecond level control of neuron activity, unlike electrical stimulation, which can affect surrounding brain regions. Okay, sensitive activation. Researchers can target specific neurons within the inferior calculus, minimizing unintended side effects. Potential for personalized therapy. Since the inferior calculus remains intact in Parkinson's patients, epigenetics could offer a new therapeutic approach tailored to individuals' needs. Would you like to explore how epigenetics is being tested in clinical trials or potential applications beyond movement disorders? Okay, guys, so that is B for you. I'm going to go ahead and take a little break, and I'll be back on with C shortly. Give me a little bit for C, please, and I'll be back on with you. For now, Gator Wellness, take care, folks. I'll be back on shortly.